The only thing we have to worry about with the snow is making sure we do get out of town before it gets here so we don't have to drive through it. Yeah, we're excited for the trip. Our kids have been working hard. We've had a good off season, good fall, good spring practices so far. Just got done doing an inter-squad scrimmage this last weekend, and it went really well, so we're excited.
So what are you seeing from the team coming into your first big games?
Yeah, I mean, just they're really solidifying their play, just at practice from fall till now, whether it just be meshing together and kind of, it's important for your infielders to understand how your pitchers are pitching and kind of anticipate a little bit on where the ball is going to be hit depending on what they're throwing and stuff like that. That part of the game, early in the fall, our players were working hard at it, but there was moments where they did really well and moments where they they got to learn a little bit, but they've definitely improved a ton on that in the spring and looked really good at that, so I'm excited to get going.
How many players do you have returning, and who are you expecting to see stand out early in the year?
Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of returning players. Obviously, to have our pitching staff back and a lot of our infield and outfield, we lost kind of the middle of our defense last year, minus we still have Ruby back in center field, but we lost catcher, second base, shortstop. But we have people that are going to step in and do a really good job in those positions. They've been looking good, so we're excited. I think our key for our team this year is going to be balance. I think we're going to have a lot of players really step up. I don't think there's necessarily just going to be one player that has to put all the weight on their shoulders, and we did that last year. There was moments where somebody would step up for a series and have a really good series, and then the next series somebody else would kind of step up. So that's kind of our MO this year, I think.
You jump right into the frying pan, as they say.
Yeah.
Talk about the field that's going to be taking part of this tournament. You open up with a ranked team, but it's a loaded field.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough tournament. I think it's going to be really good for us. And I think to get to play good competition early in the season, I think really gives you a measuring stick of where you're really at. You can look great in practice, but then to get out there in a game in a live setting, against good teams, that's going to be a fun weekend for us, and I think it's really going to help us when we get to our conference season because our conference is so tough. I think playing some tough teams ahead of time is going to help us prepare for that, so when we do get into those conference games, we're ready to go.
Are all the teams in that tournament ranked?
Not all of them, but it seems like a lot of them we are playing are. There's a lot more teams in that tournament besides the ones that we are playing, but they definitely seem to put us up against some of the tough ones there.
Having a variety of players that can step up any given day, how does that help the team, get through the season, longevity?
It's huge. I mean, the college season is a grind. Once you get going, there's so many games. You're playing back to back and every other day, and I think to have that many players that can really do well, and it's fun because we do have a lot of depth this year. I think that if something happens with somebody, there's people that can jump in and get the job done and do really well. Even in our scrimmage the other day, we had people moving around in some positions they hadn't even practiced a ton lately, and they did phenomenal out there, which really just gives me a lot of confidence that no matter what something gets thrown at us, that we're going to be prepared for it and we're going to do well.